Who won Black Friday? The answer might surprise you. There's a lot here to talk about, so let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? It is Rand Al Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. I hope everybody is having an absolute wonderful day. If you guys can do me a huge favor, make sure you hit both the like button and that subscribe button, and please share this out on social media. I would greatly appreciate it. So for all my friends out there that celebrated Thanksgiving last week, and I hope you had a wonderful holiday with friends and families. And, Black Friday is sort of becoming a holiday in and of itself. People love to shop for those deals, get those TVs that are $1,000 off. And that is when a lot of people go out and they search for gifts for their friends, families, and young ones. And this is when a lot of people purchase the consoles they want to either buy for themselves or gift on Christmas. And you know what? Xbox might have just crushed the PlayStation 5, not because of the Series X and the world's most powerful console, but because of the console that the critics say nobody would actually want. That is the Xbox Series X. You know, if you had said to people or just mentioned it out loud in social media last year, 2020, that Xbox would have an absolutely huge comeback for 2021, releasing multiple Game of the Year nominees, with Forza Horizon would reach 10 million players in a week, that people would shout from the rooftops that Halo Infinite is a return to glory, and potentially that Xbox would dominate Black Friday, and with it the holiday season, I think a lot of people would call you crazy, because the common thinking was that the PlayStation 5 was the most desired system out of all the next generation consoles. And there is some truth to that statement. After all, the PlayStation 5 is Sony's fastest selling PlayStation console ever, as well as the fastest selling console in US history. The demand for the Xbox Series X and S is no slouch either. And it looks like Xbox might have pulled off the big win for Black Friday, because the Xbox Series S was actually available to buy in store shelves, and people want it. Despite what you may read in social media, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on Twitter, people actually want an Xbox. People want it because Forza Horizon 5 is available and Halo Infinite is out. People want it because Xbox Game Pass is the best deal in all of video games. And the Xbox Series S at $300 is an absolute bargain, especially for those people who just want to play Fortnite or the latest Call of Duty or FIFA or Madden or all the games that actually sell these consoles. So what am I talking about? Well, an unlikely video game console is dominating sales on one of the biggest shopping days of the year, the $300 Xbox Series S console from Microsoft, according to the Adobe Digital Economy Index. Though Sony's PlayStation 5, Microsoft's Xbox Series X, and Nintendo Switch OLED models remain the most highly sought-after consoles, chip shortages and high demand have rendered them nearly impossible to find. Among the, quote, over 1 trillion visits to US retail sites measured by Adobe, the Xbox Series S was among the top-selling items thus far for Black Friday 2021. Now read that statement again. Was among the top-selling items thus far for Black Friday. They're talking about all of Black Friday, not just video games. For some additional information, the Series S was recently estimated to have outsold the more powerful Series X in several key markets during the console's first year. That's according to new data from Ampere Analytics, which estimates that the digital-only console is outperforming the more powerful Series X, partially due to supply constraints and component shortages. Quote, Microsoft's two-tier product strategy was a bold move at launch this series generation, and the lesser-powered Series S has come into its own against the backdrop of component shortages and Xbox Series X supply constraint, wrote Ampere's game research director, Piers Harding-Rolls. And according to Ampere, the success of the Series S is said to be having a significant impact on Xbox digital game sales when compared to the PlayStation 5, which still positions its disc-based model ahead of the digital-only SKU in retail. So basically what these reports are saying is that Series S one Black Friday. Now, does that mean Xbox will win and crush the PlayStation 5 for the month of November? Possibly, maybe. It definitely seems like there's a better chance of it happening now than there was earlier in the year. We will all have to wait till the NPD sales report comes out next month to see who actually won. But this report really highlights the potential and the strategy that Microsoft saw in the two-console approach with the Xbox Series S. Sure, you could make the case that if the PS5 or the Series X was actually readily available on store shelves, then they might have sold more. But reality is, they weren't available. They could only make so much. The Series S was available on store shelves and people bought them. But here's the part that a lot of these people are afraid to admit. They'll say, oh, the Series S only sold well because it was available. These same people were making fun of the Series S earlier in the year when it was on store shelves. Now they're saying it only sold well because it was available, because people came into the store to buy something and they couldn't find a PS5 or the Series X, or they're like, gee whiz, I'll just pick up the Series S. Like, consumers are just a bunch of idiots. I don't know about you guys, but when I walk into a store to search for a product that I want, say, I don't know, the 20th anniversary of the Lord of the Rings Blu-ray, if it's not available, I'm not gonna go, what? You know what? I'm here, I might as well buy something. Let me buy this copy of Lion King. That's not how it works. There has to be desire and want to purchase something. So yes, it being on store shelves is a factor, of course, but Xbox is having a resurgence right now. They have 23 new studios. Everybody liked their E3 presentation. Game Pass is on fire. It's the best deal in gaming. You combine that with the Series S, it's a really cheap entryway into next generation gaming. And oh yeah, Forza Horizon 5 is out right now. Halo Infinite multiplayer is out right now and the campaign is launching in December. Microsoft is promoting it like crazy. People want Xbox, and the Series S is a gateway into the ecosystem. And I know I put up the thing here about how Xbox Series S is having a significant impact on digital games. Those people who buy the Series S, they can't buy physical discs. They can only buy digital games. They can download games from Game Pass. A customer who buys a Series S and starts buying third-party games and first-party games on that console is probably going to be stuck on that console. It's a war of ecosystems now, and the Series S, with its cheaper price point, is damn enticing. This is why I always laugh at the people who will share those UK sales charts and laugh about how PlayStation has 85% of the sales and Xbox has 15%, and they use that as ammunition in the console war, saying nobody wants Xbox or nobody buys games on Xbox. But with the Series S actually outselling the Series X in a lot of key markets, it definitely seems like it's going to outsell the Series X holiday this year in the US. Those are now digital sales. And the UK only reports physical numbers, and nobody shares the updated numbers with digital because it doesn't reinforce their narrative. Xbox users buy a bigger share of digital games because of the Xbox Series S than PlayStation users. It's just a fact. Here's the thing, I always felt that the Series S would do its most damage later on in the generation. Obviously, hardcore fans would want the Series X right away for the first couple years. They want the premium console, they want the most powerful console. The Series S's appeal was always to mainstream casual gamers, the ones who only want to play Call of Duty or Fortnite, the ones who really don't have a console preference, maybe the ones who already have their preferred console like the PlayStation and want to get a Series S for a second console. And I always felt that this would be years down the road, maybe when the console was approaching that $200 price point. But because of the chip shortages, which has led to stock shortages for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, we're left in this situation where the Series S is readily available, and yet fanboys look at this as a bad thing. Like, it's a bad thing to actually be available on store shelves. Now, if it was available on store shelves and nobody was buying it, that's a disaster. But it's available on store shelves and people are buying it because they want it. And that's the part a lot of these fanboys, they can't grasp that concept. They can't grasp this concept that perhaps people actually do want Xbox, that people actually want Xbox Game Pass, that people actually want to play Forza Horizon and Halo Infinite. I'm saying this because the importance of the Series S has basically shifted up significantly. When before I thought it would take a couple years, now it's already showing its promise and potential 1 year into the generation. And they say the chip shortage is going to last maybe all of 2022. If that's the case, then Xbox really lucked out having this two-tier strategy, because right now, looking at this Black Friday, it's really working out for them. Now, will they win the month of November and holiday 2021? We'll have to find out, but right now, one thing is certain: people want Xbox. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, share this out on social media, hit that notification bell, hit that join button if you want to support the show even further. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do so, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.